Hey everybody, John Lang, Wally Services. You already know John Lang, Wash Life. Thanks for clicking on the video. This video is just a bunch of random jobs from the past few days, just getting little clips here and there, throwing it all together. So there's a lot of random valuable information. I didn't even know how to title it because I just got random info answering random questions that I've gotten over the past few days or whatever. Um, got some changes coming up, so I actually pulled up to the house after work today to be greeted by the city and a city worker and a cop. I'm like, oh no. And basically, they said I got too much going on. They said I got too many people coming in and out in the mornings, and I'm like running a full force business. I got two marked vehicles, a trailer, a bunch of stuff sitting outside. Long story short, they said it's got to go. It's got to go by this weekend. I got to get cleaned up. This isn't a commercial area, it's a residential. They even said I have four signs out there for all the services we do. They said I can only have one sign. I said, what about all these people with all these political signs? Some of these guys got 20 political signs in their yard. He laughed. I said, I was kind of looking for a real answer. Anyway, so I got my eye on a commercial property. I don't know if I'm going to pull the trigger on it this year or not. We'll see. It's like an old tire lube place, but it's cool. It's two big garages, a little office. It'd be perfect for us. So hey, if you're not subscribed already, subscribe, because what are you, silly? Hit that notification bell. Enjoy the video. So we're doing a house wash. We actually already did. Oh, it's windy. We already did a one-story house wash. This is the house behind us. It's a little bigger than that. Actually, no, it's not. It's about how big it is. There's the back side. We already did a one-story house wash this morning, and a house where he wanted the stonework washed, like his retaining wall, and the gutters brightened. So it was just a little $200 job. We were done by 12, took lunch, and now we're here on this farm. It's a low flow, so you got the well water. So you always want to come over to the spigot, and you can either hook a hose up or not, but you want to turn the spigot on whenever it's a well or you're out in the country. You really should do this everywhere, but usually it's not a problem. But in the country, this is why you would need a buffer tank. This house is only putting out like 3 to 3.5 gallons a minute, so even our 4-gallon a minute machine won't work. So it kind of ruined our game plan. What we're going to do is have me doing the house wash with the 8-gallon a minute, and then it's going to have Colt doing the oxidation removal, because they wanted oxidation removed. So he's going to go around doing oxidation removal with the 4-gallon a minute, just spraying it, putting it on with the brush. Here's another thing I wanted to mention. A lot of guys don't understand or get bad results with the oxidation removal. I actually had a guy contact me recently. He was having an issue. So you just grab a 5-gallon bucket, and you just want to cover the bottom of it. Cover the bottom of the bucket with like the F13 gutter grenade. Just enough to cover the bottom, so like 8 ounces to 16 ounces. Just just guessing here. And then fill it up with 1 inch or 2 of water, and that's your mix. And then you just dip the brush in it, brush it onto the gutters in like 8 to 10 foot sections. Let it kind of dwell a second. Just kind of keep watching it, scrubbing it until it's clear, and then rinse it all off. Make sure you rinse the whole house off, like anything below it, because you don't want any of that stuff to be sitting on anything else, because it's nasty stuff. It'll strip the paint right off of things. So we've got our buffer tank full. Thankfully we got a 275-gallon buffer tank. It would be nice to have the 4-gallon a minute hooked up to this so we could use it as a buffer tank, but whatever. And yeah, we're gonna get the house wash done. Colt's gonna work behind me doing the gutter grenade. But this is the stuff that brightens all those gutters up. We got him starting the machine. Aaron's gonna make 8 more gallons of house wash mix to add to it. We're gonna get started. I always tell people they should move their vehicles, so the homeowner moved it. Hey guys, Wally's Professional Services. John Lang out of DeKalb County, reporting back live to you. Yes, you. So, let's get serious. It's freaking 30 degrees right now. Cold as bleep. But we're still gonna clean these gutters. We're gonna clean these gutters in well, about 30 minutes away, but it's a nice area. I'm hoping that this is the way I looked at the job. It sucks having to drive all the way out there and do it, but it's priced decent. I'll make some money, and what I'm looking at is hoping that this turns into more and more work, because I really like that neighborhood that the job is at. So we're gonna try it out. Got the lead through Home Advisor. Home Advisor's kind of been a bust for me. It would work. Home Advisor would work if I had a sales team. If I had somebody who could actually respond to these leads instantly and go do estimates like on spot and just lock things down. But being in the field, it's like damn near impossible. Like I can't be answering my phone and calling about leads. I guess I could, but I get too focused. I'm not trying to do all that in the field, So Home Advisors, it's kind of iffy, but let's see what else is there. Yeah, we're gonna do this gutter cleaning, we'll do a house wash, and without further ado, oh, one more thing, oxidation removal. It doesn't work in the cold. We tried to do an oxidation removal job along with a house wash, found out that that chem doesn't work unless it's above 60 degrees or if you're using hot water, so keep that in mind. All right, we're off. So I got the truck loaded up, got air back in the tires. I had 2 flat tires for like a long ass time, but I got 3 ladders on here. We got Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and Baby Bear. I got the whole family on there. A couple buckets, gloves. I'm gonna get rid of these pump up sprayers. Well, I'll leave the one in there. No, I won't. This one's broken, these little cheapy Walmart ones. So if you go the cheap route, make sure you buy a few extra. Right, Colt? Colt went to do a job by himself yesterday, pulled up, and the pump up sprayer was broken. Every time I send him to do something on his own, something breaks. So, what are you looking for? Here's one right here.
Where's the other one though?
I'm not sure. The other one's been missing for a while. So we're gonna go do a gutter cleaning job. So we got set up. It kind of sucked because we were gonna split up, but someone called in, so now we loaded up the ladders on the truck. We're gonna take the truck, and then when we come back, we can just pull up in the truck and take off in the van to go do a house wash. How cold is it today?
Beautiful out, perfect weather.
Is that right?
Can't complain. It's good 80 degrees out here. Couldn't ask for better.
Yeah. So forget it with the other tool. We never use both of them anyway. We barely use the one.
Sure.
The one's just if it's like nasty, muddy. Alright, we're off. Guys, invest in your Titan straps. These things are huge time savers. Ratchet straps suck, they take forever. Everyone hates it. These are easy. Pop it off, put a lighter on. It's like a belt. So we're on the job. I love this truck, man. This is my best running vehicle. It's a rust bucket, but it runs beautifully. Colt's doing the gutter cleaning. We forgot the stabilizer, but it's alright. See, this is where I should have done a damages report, Colt.
Yeah.
Especially because we don't have a stabilizer. We don't want to get blamed for this stuff.
Okay.
Do you see that on the gutters?
You want to do one real quick?
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna. Got the 32-foot ladder, even though I don't need it. I probably could have got away with a 28, but the stabilizer on there is a permanent one, so I kind of had to use it. But the gutter cleaning, I like to start at the downspout, take the waste out, move my way down, and then once I get down here, then I can rinse and push everything that way. You know, I might have to adjust my ladder and move it back halfway because I probably won't have enough pressure to push it all down, but that's the technique. Yeah, but yeah, we are. So since it's cold, the bottom is ice. This is another reason these things are so perfect. It lifts it right up, and then when it's ice, it's kind of nice. You can take it out in big sections, so it's not as bad when it's not that bad when it freezes. You know, if it's like completely frozen solid, like no water, then yeah, it kind of sucks. But if there's leaves and debris frozen in there, chances are you can get that lifted up pretty easy because that stuff will, you know, it'll make it so the ice doesn't turn into a gigantic block. Yay, ice cold water. Got a clogged downspout somewhere. There we go. Kind of. Some of this water. That water is cold. This is what you'd be looking for doing a gutter cleaning job when someone's flushing. So we have him down there flushing. Everything's clear up there. Now this is stuff you have to look out for. This gutter goes down in here. So if these come out, you have to take these off. You can't just assume that it's flushing clear. You know, if it's super, you know, if it's, you know, installed and it's just made so it doesn't come out, then that's one thing. But these ones, the screw wasn't even screwed in. It's just kind of put in there as a pin. So I took this off and the whole thing was clogged. So it's a good thing I checked it out. Make sure you check all this stuff whenever you're doing gutter cleaning. Make sure everything's clear and unclogged. I really hate windy days. It's hard to house wash. We're doing some door hangers while we're waiting for the tank to fill up a little bit. This is why these postcards are better than door hangers, because door hangers, if it's windy like this, they'll blow right off. Postcard, you just roll it up and shove it in the door handle. So that's how you're gonna do like 99% of your door hangers. You just roll them up and put it in between the handle and the door, and it's snug enough, it's not gonna go nowhere. The only time you wouldn't be able to do that is if it's like a doorknob. And even then, you can usually roll it in between the doorknob and the door, like at the frame of the door. And sometimes you might have to open the storm door and close it in the storm door, but there's always a way to shove it somewhere. How windy is it on a scale of 1 to 2?
It's pretty freaking windy.
Dude, we can't even like keep. I should have rescheduled. It's that windy. It's just spraying everywhere.
Hurricane weather. I guess it's not too bad.
Yeah, true. I can't keep the stream on the house. All I know, we're surrounded by fields and no neighbors, thankfully. Otherwise, I'd be worried about overspray. Hey everybody, John Lang, Wally Services. Off to a little bit of a late start today. Had some priorities to take care of this morning, but scheduled the day kind of late, so we'll be all right. We got a couple window cleaning jobs, just little jobs, but hey, get a little extra cash flow, and we're off. So I unhooked the trailer, just draining the water fed pole a little bit, trying to get some of that extra water out. So when I put it in, oh, I can't even do this with one hand. When I put it in there, it won't drip all over the place. That's kind of one of the disadvantages. They're drippy. Kind of sucks having to move it around, but dude, if you want to build one of these your own, you totally could. You just need, it's an RO DI system, so you need an RO filter, DI filter, and then the carbon filter just helps collect some of the bigger deposits or carbon or whatever, and hook them all up with hoses. Get yourself a water-fed pole. It's just nice buying these little carts and stuff because everything's put together for you. It's a plug-and-play system, but it'd probably be cheaper if you built your own. So that's actually probably a winter project. I'll be building a RO, one of these. I'll be building my own to have on the trailer so we can do window cleaning if we need to. I'll probably have one put on the truck, and then I'll have the cart for the van or whatever. So we'll have them in all the vehicles. Let's get to it. I love using pure water in the buckets when I can. It just makes detailing easier. I swear the windows are end up cleaner. So if you got a chance to do it, take advantage of it. It takes a little longer to fill the bucket up, but it shouldn't matter because usually you get this set up right away and then you just, you know, setting up other things like getting your belt ready or what have you. So cool. So this client was actually my very first residential client. The job was to clean all exterior windows. She recently had moved here, and property taxes in Illinois are insane. Just so you guys have an idea, this house, the property taxes every year is like $10,000. So what she's wanting is just the more important rooms because they're putting on the up for market. So we're cleaning these skylights, these windows, and the windows around the corner, which is like the kitchen eating area. The doors around the corner there. So just this corner here. It's 19 windows in and out, and then the skylights are just the exterior windows. So that's 10 skylights in total because there's 4 up here. So $192 just to clean the windows. We'll be in and out of here pretty quick. Oh, we're gonna clean like 6 screens also, the living room screens. And then we'll be out of here on to the next. Right, Colt? You don't even know what I just said.
Just agreeing with you.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
What'd you say?
I'm just kidding. Just getting that filled up.
Yeah.
Tucker brush is starting to get cleaner. Yeah, it's way better. It was completely black from that greenhouse job. It's nasty. So I got our van parked. She just pulled up as we pulled up. And we got our, check out our new window cleaning signs. So we got window cleaning, gutter cleaning, house washing, and what's the other one? Window cleaning, gutter cleaning, house washing. Crap, what's the other one? What's our other sign? We got 4 different signs. Window cleaning, oh, roof washing, duh. Roof cleaning.
What's up?
I was trying to think of the 4 different yard signs we got. So, they're really nice signs, y'all. Big, thick, sturdy. And I'm sharing my template design with you. You know who has yard signs like that. Only stipulation is you gotta be a follower of mine on YouTube. Otherwise you don't hear about it. So I do get asked window cleaning questions, even though I think my channel kind of leans more towards the soft washing side. But we do window cleaning too, don't get me wrong. And I love the window cleaning. It's very easy, straightforward. Clean the glass. Not too much can go wrong. And it's very profitable, so don't get it twisted. There's a lot of money in window cleaning. Very low overhead. Some of our bigger jobs have been window cleaning. Anyway, I get asked sometimes, what equipment do we use? Now listen, I've tried it all. When I first started, I didn't know what I was doing. I I couldn't get my technique down. I could have sworn it was all in the tool. So I tried the Mormon, the Liquidator, the Unger, the Ninja, you name it. The bottom line is they all work. It just depends on what you want to decide to work with. Super channels are nice when you're going long, when you're using a longer channel like 18-inch or above, because it's thick, sturdy. You got a little more play with it, and it's just good for a bigger channel. When I'm using 18 inches and below, I like to go with these. I even like to use the 18-inch as this one. This is about as big as I go for the brass channels, but they're very simple, cheap, straightforward, easy to learn. Brass at array channels. And then what I use, my favorite handle of all time, is this very simple handle. It's I believe they're called Easy Ledge. I'll try my hardest to look it up before I post this video and leave a link in the description. But they pop on and off, so you lift that tab and then the channel can slide in or out. And here, I'll slide the channel out. What's cool about these, and I didn't even know these, they must have upgraded them, that or I got a different type, but they have teeth in the clamp, and these teeth clamp right down on the rubber, and the channel stays put. That's a big thing with the squeegee channels. After you're using them and stuff, they tend to slide a little bit, and then you end up, your channel isn't centered, and that's a big thing. You want your channel centered so you keep even pressure or whatever as you're squeegeeing. So these teeth are so awesome because it literally locks it in place, no more finessing it. The angle helps you close out and ledges and stuff. It's a steady handle, so you learn the wrist motion. You don't got to worry about the handles flopping around. Personally, I don't like the handle moving around, but I just haven't taken enough time to learn how to use a handle that moves around. So it's not saying that they don't work or whatever, but I like a stationary handle. This handle, this is like a really expensive handle. I thought this is the one I need. This will solve all my problems. Nowadays, I never use this. I might as well throw it out. It bends. The handle bends. It's like a spring, and it's supposed to help with like closing out and stuff, but it just throws me off. So I don't use it. Window cleaning is a simple job, so just keep it simple, I might get some people kind of backlashing on me saying, the blah 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 is one of the greatest. It might be, don't get me wrong, but I'm not 100% into window cleaning either. I offer it, and I like to keep it simple, use simple supplies, and get the job done. That's about it. Anything else to add? Oh, I use GG4 as my solution. And some people say, I like to keep it simple and just use Dawn. Well, I think GG4 is one of the simplest things you can do, because you just buy a little squeeze bottle. Let me see here. Let me get this for you. I know you've probably seen it on my other videos, but a lot of times, this might be the first time you came across my channel, or you haven't seen the video, so I want to show it again instead of assuming that you've already seen it. I usually have it sitting out. Okay. I've got a few of these actually laying around. I've got a few of them. I got probably 4 of them. But you grab these, and then you just reuse it. And the way it works is you unscrew the top, squeeze it, and it's measured a ½ ounce or an ounce. Our ratio is a ½ ounce per gallon of mix. Why did I just put that back in? I need that. So a ½ ounce of GG4 per every gallon of water in the bucket. That's it. ½ ounce of GG4 for every gallon of water. Sorry. And how easy is that to teach your employees? So my problem with Dawn was like trying to teach them how much to squeeze in there. And I always had the issue, they put too much in, they didn't put enough in, they're always guessing. This is so straightforward. ½ ounce of GG4, gallon of water, stir it up, you're off. And it's a nice little upsell, and they ask, what do you use for your window cleaning solution? Oh, we use this special concentrate. It's called GG4. It's a concentrate, but so it's pretty expensive. It's like 50 bucks a gallon, but you know, it's formulated to help keep the windows cleaner longer. That's what they say, at least. And you know, you try to keep it light with the customer. You don't want to be like, it's just specially formulated, it keeps the windows cleaner longer and blah 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 blah. You know, just be like, you know, supposedly it keeps the windows cleaner longer, so we use it. Because I guess when people use soaps like Dawn or whatever, it leaves like a film on the window and then it tracks dirt. That's what the reasoning behind it is. So anyway, I've rambled long enough. I'm gonna get to work. So we got 3 gallons of water in there, pure water, might I add, thanks to the tucker. So we'll add 1.5 ounces of GG4. And that's it. We'll stir it up with a squeegee or the mop or whatever. Stir it up, and that's all. Then I'll fill my bucket up with it, my squirt bottle, and that's all I'll bring in there. I'll bring my mop and squirt bottle in there, and if my mop starts running dry or just needs to be dunked again and rinsed out, I'll come out here. I try not to bring the bucket in there. But yeah, it's important you follow the ratio to get the actual results. You add too much of this, you're not going to get good results. You add too little, you're not going to get good results. It's good to follow the exact ratio to get the exact results. You know, it's scientifically formulated. It's a concentrate, so it's got to be exact. Stirred up, it's aerated. So that's nice and stirred up. It's all aerated. That's very stirred up, very bubbly. So it's important when you're using GG4 to just use GG4. You completely defeat the purpose by adding Dawn or whatever to it. It's just GG4 and water. I can't stress that enough. Some guys complain about there's not enough slip or whatever. You know, maybe what you're used to. I don't know, but I think if you use the exact ratio, the 1/2 ounce per gallon of water, you're gonna get enough slip. It's gonna be perfect. So that's all I can stress, man. Just follow the ratio. 1/2 ounce per gallon of water, stir it up, and just GG4 and water, nothing else. So we got in and out done. He's working on the last 2 windows. He's got this one and the one to the left to do. These windows are they're weird. They're kind of like storms. I know there's a name for them, but I can't think of it. But they have like a piece of glass. I want to say it's Pella maybe. They got a piece of glass in there that you could technically take out, kind of like a storm window, clean it, but I don't price it to clean that. I just price it on both sides, and they come out really well. Like, they're really not even that bad on between, so I'll leave that for another time. I don't like wasting my time with storms. It's just tedious. I like to just clean them and go. Anyway, we had a little issue pop up. Curious to see what you guys say, or how much it'll be to repair this for him. Colt went to take this thing down. Where is it? Here it is. He had to take this down. He said it was already messed up before he took it down. I didn't see it, but he said it was already messed up and he barely hit it and it broke. I don't know. I have a feeling he was coming down the deck and whacked it with the water-fed pole. It was hanging out. That's my guess, because it's probably sticking out to like right around here. Here's the stairs. But so I'll see how much it is to get that. Hopefully they can just replace that section. I'm gonna have to let her know. I see this thing being a problem. Might have to take that off to get in there. Ay, 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 ay. So there goes my money for this job. Don't you have insurance, John? Why don't you just file an insurance claim? Because I don't want to. If it's something I can afford, I'm just going to pay for it, because your insurance rates go up when you file stuff, when you claim stuff. It's like a record, like car insurance. The more accidents you get in, the more expensive your insurance is. So, alright. So she got her selected windows cleaned, the main ones in the main area of the house. I'm gonna clean the screens on there too. I told her it's $3 a screen. These main, they're dusty, man. They're doing a bunch of drywall work on there, so they're very dusty. So I told her we should probably get these cleaned, because I cleaned the windows and went to put them back in and it looked bad. And I was like, don't you want it all clean? So cleaned 10 windows, an extra $30 to the job. Hopefully that'll fix the siding. That'll help pay for the siding.
Sorry. It was. I didn't break the siding. The siding was already cracked like that.
You sure?
Positive. Yeah, I could see the crack the entire time. I barely. All I did is, if you look at the birdhouse, there's this little like lever that like pulls out, and the entire birdhouse was crooked. So it's like the birdhouse was just covered across the window.
Okay.
So I like moved it slightly out of the way just so I could get the brush around it. And once I like went to put it in its little thing to lock, it just pulled right out, like without even putting any pressure on it.
Like it was too much weight at the end, like at the end of the rod was sticking out, and then you slid the birdhouse up, so it was too much weight dangling and pulled it out, or no?
Here, I'll show you.
It's all right. Did you get this window done?
I'm almost on.
All right, yeah, it's all right. It's really not a big deal. You for sure it was already cracked though?
Oh, 100% sure. I didn't put any pressure on it. Like I barely put any pressure and it just pulled right out.
Well, see, that's, and shout to, this is talking to YouTube too. It's very tempting to just get on a job and get to work, even if you see little things, because you're like, what are the chances of it breaking? But it's very important to like come up with a system where you can easily document things. You do it every single job, but you know, it's a headache. It's a headache running a business. So what we're going to do from now on, especially since we just had an incident happen, go through, thoroughly document all damages. We'll write it down on a note. Maybe have a little box where like homeowner requested photos of damage, homeowner waived photos, like doesn't need photos. The words describing it is enough. So if we need photos, we'll take photos and then find a way to document those. But we'll have it wrote down on a sheet, homeowner signs, and then we're just going to have files at the office where every single day when you come back from a job, every single job has certain papers that need to be filled out. So how did the job go, the damages report, the homeowner signing off on the damages report, and then we just have to file it just by hand, like old-fashioned days. Put it in a file. So jobs, we'll list it by the month. Jobs by the month, and then maybe even break down each folder by 4 weeks, like week 1, week 2, week 3. So we'll have it organized, so if we ever have to pull it up in the future, we can, you know, or we could also scan things into the computer, but it's just a little taste, man. There's one of many systems you should really have in place for your business, and I need to practice what I preach, but it's hard to get into that routine when you're when you're kind of running the show and you're just like wanting to zip through things, and it's easy to like see something that's minute and just be like, it'll be fine, let's just keep going. Got to get out of that habit. Breaking bad habits is tough.